guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a little bit different than what I normally post, but I told you guys a while back that I was going to be doing a holiday bake with me. So today we are going to be baking one of my all-time favorite cookies, and that they are called giant ginger cookies. And my grandma, this is actually her recipe that she's been using for years, and when I eat these cookies or have these cookies, I just think of her because she's made these as long as I can remember. And it just, so basically, even though it was a printout recipe, I still think of it as her recipe. So anyways, I'm gonna go over the ingredients with you guys, and I know not everybody likes ginger cookies, but I highly recommend them to anybody that likes like ginger snaps, or just, I don't know, but these are 10 times better than ginger snaps, let me just say that. But if you guys want to give them a shot, or if you know someone in your family that likes them, they're definitely worth giving a shot. They're delicious, and they are so good when they come right out of the oven. You could also pop them in the microwave for just like a couple seconds, and that gives the total oven effect. It's really good. But I'm just gonna, my husband actually went to get me some eggs because this has been happening to me lately. But as soon as I'm ready to film a baking of anything, or I've been baking some stuff, and as soon as I go, I realize that I'm out of something and I don't have everything I need. I hate that. It drives me crazy. So he had to run to town to get me some eggs because I need eggs. But you're going to need 2 eggs that I don't have shown here, but I'm going to go over everything else. I'll also put the link, maybe try to link this for you guys down below, or put the ingredients and everything down below for you guys. But you're gonna need 4.5 cups of flour, 4 teaspoons of ginger, 2 teaspoons of baking soda, 1.5 teaspoons of ground cinnamon, 1 teaspoon of ground cloves. I'm really shocked that I had this one, but I've had this for a long time. I don't even remember what I used cloves for, because I don't hardly ever use cloves, but I'm glad that I had it. Yeah, he'll be back, baby. He'll be back in just a minute. We need 1/4 teaspoon of salt and 1.5 cups of shortening, 2 cups of granulated sugar, then I said 2 eggs, and 1/2 cup of molasses. And then it says 3/4 cup of coarse sugar. So the coarse sugar or granulated sugar, 3/4 cup, I think is to put that on the top of the cookies. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to put all the dry ingredients in this red bowl. Okay guys, so the ingredients that you're going to be mixing together in your bowl is some flour, the ginger, the baking soda, the cinnamon, the cloves, and the salt. And then you're just going to set that aside. And like I said, I will put the actual recipe down below for you guys, and everything that you need, and the instructions on what to do. Even though I'm pretty much going to explain to you guys what to do on this video, but I'm going to put it down below for you, any of you guys that just want to go and get the recipe and maybe write it down. Like I said, it looks like my grandma had printed this off of an online place, but I'll just put it down below for you guys. So then you're just going to want to mix up your dry ingredients and get that incorporated really well, and then we're going to start working on the wet stuff. So next, in a large your mixing bowl, you're going to beat the shortening with your mixer on low for 30 seconds until it's like soft. And so that's what I'm doing here, is I'm just getting my shortening ready. And then once we get the shortening pretty much softened, we are going to gradually add the 2 cups of sugar. Now I'm also going ahead and putting the molasses in here just because I'm trying to get everything ready to be able to be put into the mixing bowl when I need it. So I do recommend you guys getting all your stuff like kind of together, so that way it's kind of ready to go, and then you don't have to I don't know, it just seems to help get stuff ready ahead of time. So and then once I get it mixed, I'm now adding my sugar. In the process, you also want to take your little spatula and scrape down the sides, and you're also going to want to do this when we add the flour as well. Just want to do this every so often if you see it building up on your mixer. I also want to go ahead and quickly add that if you don't have a KitchenAid mixer, you can just use an electric mixer or your hands, like a wooden spoon, because this does tend to get really thick. So I just want to warn you guys. You guys will see in a little bit, but I'm now adding my eggs, and once those are incorporated pretty good here and mixed up, we are going to add the molasses. So this is pretty much what your dough color should look like. It's just like a brown color, and it's really, really tasty. I know like people are gonna come at me with the eggs being in there, but I am a person that normally tries to eat the dough, at least has to have a taste of it. I just cannot help it. So anyways, I am now gonna add in the dry mixture, but you're gonna wanna do this gradually, and it does take a little bit of time, so you're gonna have patience because there is 4.5 cups of flour here. So it does take a little bit of time, but trust me, you want to do it the right way to get the dough to come out perfect. And the more flour you add in toward the end, you guys will see my mixer is like going to town on this, but it gets really thick. So an electric mixer is probably only going to be able to mix so much of this. And then you're gonna have to probably use a wooden spoon or your hands to incorporate the rest of it. So one good thing about having the KitchenAid mixer is that you don't have to do any of the hard stuff. It does it all for you, which is pretty amazing. So once you get your dough incorporated, you're just gonna get a small bowl and you're gonna put 3/4 cups of granulated sugar or whatever kind of sugar you want to use, and you're gonna use that for rolling the dough into. So you're just gonna roll the cookies into little balls and roll them in the sugar. You guys can tell mine turned out like the dough was perfect. It should not be sticky, or it should not be too runny or too dry either. It should just be like the perfect consistency. And like I said, you have to have a little bit of patience with this dough mixture because it does get thick, but once you get going, it's pretty easy. So then we're gonna bake these cookies for 12 to 14 minutes in the oven, and everyone's oven's different, so you wanna keep an eye on these, and you probably wanna check them around the 10-minute mark just to be safe. At least that's what I did, and I'm thinking I left mine in for 12 minutes, but like I said, you want to make sure you check them and keep an eye so you don't burn them. Oh, I also forgot to tell you guys, you're going to want to heat your oven to 350. I probably should have told you that in the beginning, but you want to heat the oven to 350 degrees.
Strong, I know it's good if I'm alone. I got it, I gotta go, running to better times, go.
So I decided to go ahead and include in this video just a little bit of cleaning. So I wanted to share the cleanup part because I thought maybe you guys would get a little motivated, because after you bake cookies, first off, let me just say, if you are not making a mess while you are baking, you are not doing it right. I make a mess when I'm baking cookies or anything from scratch. I just go to town. I don't really worry about being particular about making a mess. I'll end up cleaning it when I'm all done. And as you guys can see, I have flour everywhere, eggshells, and that is just how I am when I am baking stuff. I make a mess. But like I said, if you're not making a mess, you're not having fun and you're not doing it right. So I'm gonna start by putting the dishes in the dishwasher, and then we're gonna wipe the countertops off and just clean up the flour. And I'm also going to vacuum the floor because I did spill a good bit of flour on the floor, and there was also some crumbs on there. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this little quick bake with me and this little cleanup. Let me know if you guys want to see anything else like this. This was a little different than what I normally do, and it's been a long time since I've shared a recipe. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and be sure to give me a thumbs up, and I'm just going to let the video run. And let me know down below if you do try out this cookie recipe. Like I said, it is my grandma's recipe, and she's been making these cookies for as long as I can remember, and they're one of my favorites. So I hope that you guys can enjoy them too, and I hope that you guys are having a happy holiday season and staying safe out there. And stay tuned because I do have a new vlog coming, and we are about to have a snow day here for the first time this year, and I was going to share that with you guys and probably vlog it. And also get Cole's reaction to the snow, because he probably don't really remember it since he's only 2.5 years old. So I'm really excited to get his reaction to the snow. So like I said, stay tuned. Let me know what else you guys want to see from me, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye guys. Real quick for you guys. Sorry you can hear Mickey Mouse in the background, but I'm gonna do a lot of taste. Heaven. So good. I don't know if you guys can see the middle of it there, but the trick to cookies, because when I was younger, when I was living at home, I used to try to bake cookies all the time, but I would never get them right. I would always cook them too long. The trick is is to not cook your cookie too long, because even when you take the cookies out of the oven, they're still baking on the pan. So what I like to do is immediately try to transfer them to either a cooling rack, which I don't have and you don't really need one, but I just put down some parchment papers you guys saw and throw the cookies on there and they can cool that way. And yeah, you really have to eyeball cookies. Like, they might look like they're not done in the oven, but you don't want to leave them in there too long or they'll be way too hard and not good. So this is like perfect.